Okay, ladies, it is Tuesday. It is March the 1st. I don't know about you, but I cannot believe it's March the 1st. This February with leap year and everything kind of like flew by. And yeah, so now we're in March. We have an amazing new customer special that includes more than one item. So that is super exciting. And we have an amazing customer special too. And I thought I had the flyers here in front of me, but I don't. I have last month's. But anyways, I know y'all know what it is, but love that we have the special this month. I think our hostess special is amazing. I know for me, the tons of funds, I think is probably in the slingback bag. Those are the two purses, wallets, whatever you want to call them, organizing bags. Those are probably going to be my two biggest hits. That's what I'm taking wagers on. I don't know if that's really accurate or not. Excuse me. So yeah, thank you, whoever's sharing. Miss Martha, good job. I love when you guys take control. Okay, so I'm going to take that off. I need to move this over. Okay, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so we have an amazing customer special. We have an amazing hostess special. And tonight we're going to go through a few announcements. We're going to do some recognition. And then I have just a little bit of training. Hopefully it'll just kind of get you started on the right foot for the beginning of March. And of course, we'll have questions. If you ask questions during this, that's fine. I have the chat box open and I can see it. Otherwise, if you have questions at the end, you can always unmute yourself and ask me at the end too. So. Okay, as you know, if you've joined us on a Tuesday before, we do these every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. They're always recorded for any member of the Sparkling Stars team. And I usually like to read my quote, my inspirational, motivational quote from my planner. So today is March the 1st, and so it says, excuse me, I got a simple rule about everybody. If you don't treat me right, shame on you. And that's by Louis Armstrong. So the one for tomorrow is you're only given a little spark of madness. You mustn't lose it. And that was by Robin Williams. So anyways, I just love quotes, period. And I just saw something in my planner I forgot to do today. I'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so anyways, that's a little motivation for you. You like those? Good. I'm glad you did. So we need to celebrate because we had an amazing February. We had lots going on in the month of February, and I forgot last week to do this till the very end, and I don't want to forget and do it at the beginning. So I want to do it at the beginning. So I'm first going to recognize those ladies who added a new member to their team in the month of February. I was not able to get on the leadership call today because I was speaking at my networking group, but I overheard that we've had over I think it's 5,500. I think that's around the number. 5,500 new consultants joined in the month of February, and that's without any type of incentive to join. Because sometimes direct sales companies have a discounted kit, or sometimes we've offered a rebate, but people are just joining to join, and so that's super exciting. And I know we have Miss Mary on, we have Carla on. Those are a couple of our newbies, and so we're super excited that people are joining because I think it's a fabulous time to join. We have an amazing new kit. I think, Mary, did you get yours today? She may nod for me because she posted a picture, so that was super exciting. And so in the month of February, our Sparkling Stars team actually added 17 new team members, so that's really exciting. Congratulations to the following ladies who added one new team member. We had Sheena Schneebel from North Dakota, a consultant from North Dakota, excuse me. We had Senior Director Julianne Hawkins from Minnesota, Consultant Emily Chang from Wisconsin, Consultant Jess Cole Taylor from Kansas. And these are all ladies who added one new team member to their team. We had Consultant Amanda Dennis from Missouri, Consultant Desiree Shippey from Missouri, Director Sarah Klein from Missouri, Consultant, and I know she's on tonight, Miss Martha Dutho from Missouri. We also had Consultant Katie Miskell from Kansas. And then I'm going to add myself to this list. I'm not trying to give shout outs, but I want to let you know how we get the count of 17. So I had 3 new team members join the team this month, so that was super exciting. And then Courtney Williams, senior consultant from Missouri, added 5. So congratulations, Courtney. You are our top dream builder out of 200, I think, and 205 consultants that are part of the Sparkling Stars team. So please give her kudos. I think she may have been on. She is on. So congratulations, Miss Courtney. That is amazing. Let's talk about personal volume. Personal volume is the amount of sales that are submitted during a month. And so I want to congratulate the top 20 consultants out of 205 or 206. Our numbers keep changing. So last I checked, it was 205 consultants in the Sparkling Stars team. So senior director, Charlene Glore from North Dakota came in the 20th spot with submitting $1,003 for the month of February. We had in the 19th spot consultant Ambrosia Harkins from Minnesota submitting $1,024. In the 18th spot, we had consultant Ember Disrud from North Dakota with submitting $1,036. In the 17th spot, we had consultant Bobby Scarpel from North Dakota with submitting $1,061. In the 16th spot, we had senior consultant Tamara Duderstadt from Missouri submitting $1,065. Excuse me. In the 15th spot, we had director Sarah Klein from Missouri submitting $1,138. In the 14th spot, we had consultant Sheena Schneebel from North Dakota submitting $1,158. In the 13th spot, we had senior consultant Amanda Fasari from Minnesota. Sorry, I love to say that. $1,187 is what Amanda submitted in the 13th spot. In the 12th spot, we had director Mindy Trunnell from Minnesota submitting $1,199. In the 11th spot, we had Jenny McClellan, consultant from Kansas, submitting $1,308. In the 10th spot, we had consultant Michelle Nessman from Minnesota submitting $1,570. In the 9th spot, we had consultant Jess Cole Taylor from Kansas submitting $1,718. Coming in at number 8 was consultant Kelsey Staples from Minnesota submitting $1,770. In the 7th spot, we had consultant Kathy Pyle from Minnesota. Sorry, Kathy, if I pronounced your name wrong. $1,794 is what she submitted. Coming in the 6th spot, we had consultant Christina Anderson from Kansas submitting $1,842. Coming in the 5th spot was consultant Chrissy Thompson from Missouri submitting $1,889. Coming in the 4th spot was Becca Gasper, consultant from Missouri, submitting $2,238. In the number 3 spot, okay, we have consultant Miss Martha, who's on tonight, Martha Dutho from Missouri, submitting $2,554. And then in the 2nd spot, we have consultant Michaela Burke from Iowa submitting $3,446. And our number 1 spot goes to Senior Director Julianne Hawkins from Minnesota. She submitted $4,054. So that is awesome, ladies, and way to go. Very big congratulations to you all. All right. Along with personal volume and recruits, we always like to celebrate those who submitted parties in the month of February. And I am just going to give a shout out to these ladies because they submitted 2 or more parties in the month of February. We had a lot of ladies submit 1, but I'm going to recognize those who submitted 2 or more. Okay, so those who submitted 2 were Nicole Violet from Kansas, Catherine Mintock from Missouri, Danon Keitzman from Minnesota, Mindy Trunnell from Minnesota, Ember Disrud from North Dakota, Nicole Gillette from California, Kathy Peel from Minnesota, Wendy Slagle from Minnesota, Becca Gasper from Missouri, and Courtney Williams from Missouri, and Monica Ehlers from Iowa. So congratulations, ladies, on submitting 2 or more parties in the month of February. Those who submitted 3 parties in the month of February were Jessica Merrill from Missouri, Kelsey Staples from Minnesota, Michelle Nessman from Minnesota, Sheena Schneebel from North Dakota, Amanda Fasari from Minnesota, Chrissy Thompson from Missouri, Sarah Klein from Missouri, Tamara Duderstadt from Missouri, Christina Anderson from Kansas, Jenny McClellan from Kansas, Michaela Burke from Iowa, and Alyssa Mayberry from Nebraska. So congratulations to those ladies who submitted 3 parties in the month of February. Then we had 2 ladies who submitted 4 parties in the month of February, and that was Jess Cole Taylor from Kansas and also Martha Dutho from Missouri. So congratulations to both of them. And then our party number 5 girl was Julie Ann Hawkins from Minnesota. She submitted 5 parties in the month of February. And we all know the month of February can be challenging because we're still in winter. It usually is a short month. And so very, very exciting. And I love celebrating all of you. So congratulations to you all. Okay. Now let's talk about some announcements because we got to get the dirty work out of the way here. Okay, so 411 emails went out yesterday. Those are always great tools of information for you all that provide information that's coming up soon with 31. So we have conference registration that is happening this week. It's for all consultants, goes live, I believe, at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on Thursday, March the 3rd. It's $99 to register. Sometimes we get a lot of questions about registration and such. So if you're west of the Mississippi, you'll go to Salt Lake City. If you are east of the Mississippi River, if you're east of the Mississippi River, you have the choice. You can go to Columbus or you can come out to Salt Lake City. So you're given the choice. If you are east of the Mississippi River, and we have some ladies, we don't have a lot of ladies in the Sparkling Stars team that are east of the Mississippi River, I am more than happy to connect you with Kim Washington, who is my sponsor and our National Executive Director, who has a group of girls that will be attending that because a lot of them are in the Florida area. So they'll all be going to Columbus. So we can definitely connect you with team members. We want everyone to go, or anyone who can go to conference, because it is amazing training, amazing tools. You obviously get to bring home some free products. They have changed things up this year, so the format is a little bit different. All the training, all the awards and recognition are all going to be combined into big general sessions, I believe. So I'm excited to see what that's going to be like. But it is $99 to attend. You have, I think, through the end of May to register. So if you're still kind of on the fence and you want to talk with myself or your leader or your sponsor, you want to find out who else is going, there is going to be time for that. I will be honest, Salt Lake City will have a much lower turnout than Columbus. Reason being is we are not as heavily populated in consultants on the west side of the country, which is exactly why you will be seeing Cindy Monroe and Janet Kincaid, the founder of Jewel Cade Jewelry, and Christina Snyder, who's one of our VPs, and several others from home office traveling to the west side of the country between now and conference. Because if you pull up the numbers on the consultant map, we aren't as strong consultant-wise, so that's why there's such a huge opportunity for growth out there. I personally like the smaller conferences. It's not quite as busy, and you get to see a lot more people, and so I'm just super excited because conference is always one of my favorite times of the year. It is a time where you get to hang out with other consultants. When I went the first time, I went by myself. My husband went with me, and then Jody, one of our team members, traveled to conference by herself. She flew in by herself and roomed with 3 other girls she didn't know, and I know that she's still friends with them today. And I was able to sit at a table with a couple of leaders and got to meet them and just got connected that way with other people within the 31 family who aren't even necessarily on our team but are still dear friends with me today. So it's kind of like, think women of faith / what would I say? Women of faith / just a big old better together event. Like, it's so much fun. And you can, of course, bring your spouse or a friend with you. And the details of that are all on 31today.com. But as we get closer to conference, you'll find out more information. The $99 fee does not cover, obviously, a place to stay. So you would need to have arrangements for hotel. On Thursday, we will go ahead and set up for our Sparkling Stars Lineage, a Facebook event for anyone who is interested in going. And that way we can go ahead and make sure enough rooms are reserved. We will try to reserve enough rooms in one hotel so that kind of our team all stays together. There's never any promises that that can happen, but we definitely try it and want to make sure that everybody has a roommate or roommates so that we make it as cost effective as we can. So that starts on Thursday. And conference for Salt Lake City, just to give you those dates, it's all in the 411. It's all on TOT, but July 9th through the 11th is the conference dates for Salt Lake City. And I have it here. Hold on here. July 16th through 18th is the conference in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, so that's that. We also have final announcement that I'll go through, and then we'll talk about some training. Opportunity webinars. This is something that I think a lot of people are missing. So if you have anyone that you have potentially been talking to about joining 31, we, of course, as a team, host a live webinar just like this. We did one, was it last week? We did one live and let everybody come in and ask questions and things about joining our team. However, Home Office is going to be offering a live webinar every Thursday in the month of March, and they're going to be at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. There is a link on TOT, 31today.com, that you can copy and share with anybody you know who might be interested in joining our amazing team and joining the 31 family. They just need to register for the webinar. So it's a definite no pressure type of thing, but I would encourage them, if they're on the fence still, to watch it, because maybe sometimes we can't answer the questions the right way, or they may just not feel comfortable getting on something with us, but they may feel more comfortable just getting on a webinar with Home Office and hearing from them. So that's something you could even post if you have a customer group. Just let everybody know that we're offering these free no pressured calls or free no pressured webinars where they can just listen in to hear more about our amazing company and what we have to offer. And they're every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Good question, Mary. Ours is usually on the third Monday of the month, so for us, that will be March 21st. And we do ours at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, I mean, I would encourage her to get on one with Home Office, take a listen, and if she's still not convinced after that, please let her know that we'll have ours on the 21st. So we'll do it just like the format we did it last time. So just like when you were on it, Mary. So we post some posts up until the time we get live on Zoom, and then they're at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So good question. Okay, I think that's all the questions. Any questions you have about the announcements? Good job, Mary. Love it. Okay, let's talk about some training. So it's the first day of the month, and I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to talk to y'all about tonight, and I thought, well, it's the first day of the month, so let's go over what I do on the first day of the month. What do you do on the first day of the month when we have a new a new special go live? Excuse me. If you follow me on Periscope today, I talked about my first day of month checklist. Now, not everything on my checklist is something that you need to do, because this is for me as your leader, as your coach, as your mentor. I have some things on here that I do myself, but every consultant should have some type of checklist for the first day of the month, because the first day of the month can fall on any day. And sometimes, I know for me, if it falls on a weekend, I tend to overlook things more on the weekend because I'm not really in this office nearly as much as I am on weekdays. So on the weekends, I'll be out with my husband, or I may be at a party, or I may be at an event, or I may just be outside enjoying the beautiful weather. So I tend not to sit in front of the computer near as much. But there's certain things on the first day of the month, no matter what month it is, that we need to make sure that we are doing. So a couple of the things that I think are important to you, and this is something I've never showed you before, and maybe I'll just get on and share my screen. Hold on one second here. This is something that I had learned. Hold on here. Let me get it all live. What do I want to show you? Okay, let me just show you my page. So I think every consultant, and I don't think a lot of consultants do this. So most everyone on this call, I'm hoping, hopefully you can see my screen. Okay, everyone on this call should have a website. If you don't have a website, this probably doesn't pertain to you because it just doesn't, because you need a website in order for this to make sense. But here's the deal. We, on every Monday or every time a new special goes live, home office sends out emails for us sharing the new customer special. And then periodically throughout the month, sometimes those emails go out to people. I have been doing this the last couple of months, and I will tell you that it is working. So this is my website. On my website, if I was a customer, you kind of have to think like, if I was a customer, what would my customer think when they're going to shop? Now, depending on if they're familiar with the direct sales industry or 31 in general, they may just go to purses and click on purses and boom, it pulls up purses, and they may want the Diamond District, right? And they want to add that to their cart. Okay, so they can view their cart and they can check out. They can begin their checkout, okay? Now, they obviously get customer specials. So I may add a customer special on or something. However, here's the deal. Let's say we're back at my main page and I am familiar that how the direct sales industry works. I'm familiar with how 31 works. And I may not be invited to a 31 party this month, but I want to take advantage of the customer special, and I want to take advantage of helping another hostess who may be hosting out. So at the beginning of each month, I put in all of my parties in my back office. But I also have started creating one that says monthly customer special. I think that's what I have it say. So when you click on my scheduled parties, okay, so you can see it says shop the monthly special. So every single month I go in here and I create a party that says shop the monthly special. I'm the hostess, so if people go to my website just from maybe clicking on my newsletter, or maybe they just found my website from someone at a vendor event or something, and they want to have it count towards a party, they could click shop now and they would be able to shop. Now, I did not get this set up in time this morning, and I actually had an order come in, and it was a previous consultant that used to come to my meetings. I know had I had a party set up for the March, she would have added it to a party. So that's why it's super important at the beginning of the month to set this up. So I just set it up as shop the monthly special. I had 2 ladies last month who clicked on it. Now, the cool thing is, and this may be for the newer girls, this is something you may not realize. So I'm going to show you in, oh, what did I just do? Sorry, I'm a little slow tonight. I'm going to show you this in my parties. Okay, so I have 4 parties set up for the month of March. One is shop the monthly special. Let's say somebody went in here and they had ordered online. I'll use my sister, for instance. Okay, so let's say my sister was going to order a large utility tote. And we're just going to be done with it, okay? Let me go back to parties. Okay, so Kara, my sister, went on to shop the monthly special, and she wanted to order a large utility tote. She could have taken advantage of the customer special too, but this is just to show you how this works. By the middle of the month, I'm going to check this party to see if there's enough orders to close it out as a $200 party or more, because then I can reap the benefits. I don't want those orders sitting in there through the end of the month, because I don't want any type of situation like we had this time where the Preppy Pop sold out before the end of the month. And I don't want those girls to not get their special, if that makes sense. So I'm going to check at the middle part of the month. If there's enough to get a small party closed out and I get the rewards, perfect. I'm going to close it out, and then I'll reopen another one so it's still open through the end of the month. So if anybody's still checking out my website, they can go to it. Now, of course, if someone asks me, Dana, do you have any parties going on this month? I want to order, and you can totally add it on to a party. Well, then I'm going to credit it to somebody who has a party going on. That's not really going to go towards that party. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. However, let's say only one person orders from this party in the month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that party. I'm going to click on orders, and I'm going to go to her order, and I'm going to edit it. When I'm here, I'll go up here to edit by her name. And let's say I don't have enough for a party on this party, but I know I'm going to close, for instance, I'm going to close Jen and Kaylee's party towards the end of the month. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put it on their party and save and continue. And now, if I go back to parties, I can see that that number disappeared from my Shop the Monthly Special and it went over to Jennifer and Kaylee's party. So I know that will help them reach their hostess goals. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. So the great thing about this is that you just keep this open every single month. And so if you get enough people to order, great, you get to reap the benefits of the hostess rewards. But if you don't, no big deal, and you add that order onto somebody else's party that can benefit from it. So every single month at the beginning of the month, I totally set up just a Shop the Monthly Special party, okay? Along with all my other parties, all my other fundraisers, everything goes live on March 1st. So what I'm also doing with every party, now you can set up your parties, like let's say in the middle of February, if you have March parties, you can go ahead and set them up. The only thing you have to be careful of is that customer special does not go live until the 1st. So if you're sharing an online shopping link, you do not want to share that link until March 1st, because if you do, there may be people trying to take advantage of that February customer special, and you don't want them to take advantage of that because it's a March party. So just be cautious on that. So what you can do is when you do set up your party, just make sure this little box right here that says show on your site is unchecked if you're setting them up a month before the party actually begins. So let's say I have April parties. So I do, okay, so I'll show you this. Let's just do this right now. So I have a party in April. I already know I do, and I'm just going to show you. I got to figure out what date it is. Okay, the 16th. Okay. So I have a party on April 16th, and I don't know what time she wanted it. I don't think we decided a time yet, so we'll just do 10 because she usually is a morning person. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm setting up Pam's party, and I'm hitting all the buttons here, save and continue. Now, I'm not going to check this box yet, because if I check that box, then anybody can go on and order from it right now. But because I'm not checking it, guess what? It's totally fine. So what I can do is, let me show you. I've got Pam's party listed in my back office, right? So here are my March ones. Here's Pam's April one. If I go to my website, if it works, and I click my scheduled parties, Pam's is not showing because I don't have that box checked. I don't want that box checked until the 1st of next month. So that's where you have to make a decision. For me, it's just easier to wait until the beginning of the month, and then I have it on my checklist to go in there on the 1st, and I put in all of my parties, events, fundraisers, everything right there. I then make sure I'm sharing all those live shopping links that very first day with my hostesses who are hosting that month, so that they know that, okay? So yeah, you can totally do that. It's just, to me, you might as well, like, why not? You have a website you're paying for, put a party that says Shop the Monthly Special and see what comes up every month. If it doesn't amount to $200, it's no big deal. Add it on to another party that you have going on. So Okay, so that's one thing that I do at the beginning of the month. A second thing that I do is I always want to share the YouTube videos that 31 puts out about the customer special and the hostess special. And those are live right now on the 31 YouTube channel. However, I also like to make my own personal customer special video for my customers. So that is something that I like to do on the first of the month. Today I was unfortunate, I did not get it done, so that is on my to-do list for tomorrow. But I do want to post that within the first few days. So I want to post about the amazing hostess items and really showcase them through a video through my eyes versus a video that home office has done. And then I also want to definitely showcase those products that we have on special this month. So that's another thing I do on the first of the month. If you change your Facebook banners in your customer group, this would be the day to do it because we have a new customer special, right? So that's another item that I do on the first of the month. Also, if you create any type of photo albums for your Facebook customer group that contain maybe the hostess or the customer specials, maybe showcasing some different bundles and things, that is the perfect time to do it on the first of the month, right? So those are just some basic things, but sometimes I think we just need to be reminded about that. Okay, so then another thing that I do is in my planner, is what I have is a monthly evaluation sheet. And I'm not going to show you mine because mine's a little bit more detailed, but this is something I did even as a consultant, a brand new consultant. It's something that the coaches at home office taught us as we started our business with 31. And this is something that you guys should be implementing every single month before the beginning of the month, or it's just the first day. So I want you to think about how many parties. So you could go ahead and do this for March, but go ahead and think about this, brainstorm it for April already, okay? How many parties do you want in the month of March? How many home parties? How many catalog parties? Facebook parties? Whatever kind of parties you want to do. How many parties? And write that down. That's your goal. How many events do you want to do? Do you want to do any events? Or how many fundraisers do you want to do? Do you want to do any fundraisers? Okay? Write that down for each month. Write it down. Secondly, I don't really need to be sharing my screen anymore. Sorry. Secondly, so how many parties, how many events, how many fundraisers, how many people do you want to recruit in a month? Okay, so write it down. What is your goal? And then at the end of the month or the beginning of the next, you evaluate what you accomplished. How much sales do you want to do? So for me, my goal every month is to do $2,000 in sales. When I was starting out as a consultant, that was not my goal. My goal was usually $500 to $1,000 in sales a month. So whatever your goal is, write that goal out. And then at the end of the month or the very first or second day of the new month, you evaluate what you did. So for me, I always evaluate what I did the month before today. So for instance, my goal was to submit $2,000 in sales. I know that I surpassed that goal. So I have a sheet of what my goal was and what my actual was. So it's kind of like an evaluation sheet. You could make it on an Excel sheet. You could put this in your planner. My planner has a little thing at the very back. I can't remember what all it even says, but it goes into a lot more detail than what I really tend to do. But I think it's super important to look at what you accomplished and where you could grow. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So for instance, I wanted to add 2 new team members to my team last month. So I wrote what my goal is. I ended up with 3. And here's the thing. I don't accomplish my goals all the time. In fact, there are sometimes more often than not that I don't accomplish them. But I set those goals and I'm going to work towards achieving those goals because I've written them down. So for instance, in January, I didn't add any new team members to my team, but my goal was 2. So I knew where I needed to grow the month after that and the month after that. I wanted to hold at least 4 parties in the month of February. I wanted to be at 1 event in the month of February. And then I told you, like, I also have, like, I set a goal for our team as far as adding new team members. I set a goal for a team as far as how many parties we do each month and how much in sales we do a month. So could you send us a template for something like that? I can try and create something, yeah, Mary. It's very basic. It's very simple. Basically, just write down parties, sales, recruits. Parties, sales, recruits, and events. Because I kind of consider fundraisers events sometimes, depending on. And by the way, because I'm talking about fundraisers, I am going to do an entire training on fundraisers. And I'm thinking if it's not next week, it's the week after. I'm working on a fundraiser, which is usually one of my biggest fundraisers of the year, and it is next week. So I do hope to talk about fundraisers soon, but I want to make sure I have all the materials prepped and ready before I do share that with you guys. So that is something you can look forward to. I think there's a good way to do fundraisers and a okay way to do fundraisers. There's not any bad way, but I've kind of tweaked my system. So yes, so that's fundraiser training. So that's another thing that I do is I evaluate myself, but I also set goals. Girls, it's super important. I don't care if your goal is to have one party every month or one party every 2 months. What is your goal? Okay. I don't care if you think you can't add a team member, you can. I'm just being honest. Everybody needs a cute pink box. Everybody needs the Sisterhood of 31. They may just not know it yet. And it's not rocket science. We're not asking them to donate their kidneys to join 31. We want them to experience our amazing sisterhood and our amazing team and feel celebrated, encouraged, and rewarded, and all those kind of things. And so I think it's super important we are sharing that. So if you were at Better Together events last week, of course, what is Cindy's goal for us? 3 contacts a day, 1 party a month, and 1 new team member a month. 311 or 321. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I think it's 311. Help me, Mindy. So yes, 311. We used to do 321, so I had a little brain lapse there. So you got to, first of all, start with the 3 contacts a day, right? We've got to start with making 3 contacts a day, and we have to be consistent with it. 90 days. I want you to do 90 days of 3 contacts a day, and I want you to come back to me in 90 days. Last week was the start of the 90 days, and tell me in 90 days if that has not changed your business, because I guarantee you that it will. I promise you it will. It is life-changing. You're right, Mindy. It is life-changing. Okay, so those are some of the things that I do on the first day of the month, okay? It's not rocket science. It's not too many things that I do, but I obviously want to make sure my Facebook is updated with the newest customer special. I want to make sure that my goals are set and that I evaluate what goals I did and did not reach the month before. And then I want to make sure I set up my photo albums in my customer group if I want to put any photo albums that are specific for that month and that customer special that month. And then, something else that you could do, and I know, I think it was Melissa Feetsum shared this on somebody's page, maybe on her page or something, but we make the event or make the party called Shop the Monthly Customer Special. So here's the thing. At the beginning of the month, you could post this in your customer group with the link. Say, hey, if you're not able to attend a party this month, here is a way for you to order the monthly customer special, and maybe you can offer, instead of keeping those hostess rewards, offer those hostess rewards to 1 lucky person. So say 1 lucky person will be our mystery hostess for the month. To be entered to win, submit an order of $35 or more, or $31 or more. You make the rules because it's your business. You're the owner of your business, but that would be another way to entice people to shop through that link, okay? The other thing, and this was a Melissa Feetsum tip, I'm pretty sure, she, every time she's closing a party, goes into her customer group that she set up on Facebook, and she lets her customers know that so-and-so, that especially if they're in the customer group, so-and-so is closing her party today. If you are wanting to help her out, or if you're wanting to, if you have something you're needing from 31, please feel free to shop her party link by 8 p.m. tonight. Make them have a sense of urgency to get their orders in, but let them know that they're going to be helping someone. And if they're part of your customer group, you could obviously tag them, so like say, hey, Christine is closing her party tonight. We want all orders in by 8 p.m. So shop her link right here. And so that kind of helps build that community within the customer group, letting people know, oh, this person's hosting this month. Well, I want to help her out because I was going to order anyways. So that's just a little something extra. So anyways, so those are kind of my tips. It's not really too in-depth tonight. I do promise you fundraising soon, and we're going to hopefully get some more additional training. I just not feeling the best tonight, and I can't think straight, so I do apologize. But what questions do you guys have? Do you want me to go over anything? I can screen share again. Mary, I will try and come up with something for you guys as a template. I'm going to count how many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So exciting. There's so many of you on here. I don't know how to take a screenshot, but I'm going to try. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I did or not, but I'm super excited y'all are on here. Any questions? You can unmute yourself or you can ask in the chat box. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be about what we talked about tonight.
Hey, Dana. How are you?
Mary, do you have your hand up? Or you?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Here
no.
I am. Hi.
Oh, I can't hear you. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Can you hear me now?
Why can I not hear you? Allow record.
Thank you, Tara, Carla, Mindy.
I don't know. I can't hear you. Anybody else hear Mary? Oh, hold on. Now, can I hear you? Okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know what happened to me. I lost myself.
I can't see you, though.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm here. I don't know.
Yay!
We did lose Dana. So, okay, go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so I'm having 2 launch parties on Saturday. I've got one for my friends here in Houston that can come locally, and then I'm having a Facebook party. Martha did my Facebook party last week. It turned out great. But my question is would something like doing a Zoom party, would that be more helpful? That way people could ask me in live time where I could, pull something out, have it ready to go? Would something like that work?
Yeah, you can do whatever. I know some other consultants do Zoom parties. I've never tried a Zoom party, but I think why not? Because it's live and it's in person. And who doesn't like to see things in person?
And that's what Martha had said, but I wanted to see, had your thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea.
Thank you.
You'll have to let us know how it goes.
Oh, I will. I promise I will.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all can hear Mary except for me. I'm reading all your notes. Whoops. Okay, any other questions?
Hey, Dana, it's Monica.
Hi, Miss Monica.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so for us conference newbies,
yes.
Tell me how this works as far as hotel rooms. Do we do that when we register?
You will. So you will reserve a hotel room. So what's going to happen is the leaders can register before consultants. And so myself and Julianne and Mindy and Tara, I'm hoping, I haven't talked to Tara yet about this, but we're going to all kind of talk about it and figure out where we want to, reserve a room at a hotel. And then we're going to tell all of you, okay, here's where we think would be a good fit for our team. So when you go to register, you'll go ahead and you'll try to reserve a room at that hotel. If that hotel is full, we're going to tell you a backup. And then what we do is once we figure out how many people can actually go to conference, some people will end up canceling their room. They're never charged, so don't worry about that. We just kind of figure out how many people are going to be there, and then we figure out, okay, how many rooms do we need? And then we have people if let's say we've got 12 rooms, but we only need 8, we have 4 people go ahead and cancel theirs out without being charged. And so we just try to tell everybody first, okay, we're going to stay at, let's say, the Hilton Garden Inn. So we try to have everybody register, go ahead and reserve a room, and then we will release those rooms as time gets closer if we do not need them, but we'll make sure that everybody kind of either has a pairing of a roommate or something, so no one's left out alone. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes perfect sense. Do you try to do rooms with 2 or 4? How do you do that?
We do both. So we give everybody the choice. So it just depends on how many people are going. Usually, since I have my friend Kristen Margison is in Texas, and some of her team usually comes to the same conference that I do, that ours goes to. I can't even talk. Anyways, so what sometimes it is, we even try to combine a couple of different teams just so that everybody kind of has, you know, the right amount of space in the room. We never want to overcrowd the room. We want to make sure everybody's comfortable with that, because some people prefer 2, some people prefer 4, and it's just to save on the cost. So, but we make it work for everybody. So,
yeah, and that, I guess, is my last question. I know we don't see the information yet, but typically, what do the rooms run? Just kind of budget to see if I can really do this.
Yeah, I think I know in Salt Lake, because my husband and I've traveled there so much, and I don't know what the conference rates are that they've given us yet. They may be on TOT, but I have not seen them yet. But you can stay in downtown Salt Lake City from anywhere from like $120 a night all the way up to almost $200 a night, depending on the location and depending on the room. And like I was talking to Julianne earlier today, and there honestly is so many hotels within walking distance of the convention center. And Salt Lake City is a very clean city. I feel very safe in it walking around. So I think we'll probably try. My husband and I have stayed at the Hilton Garden Inn several times, and I think that may have ran about $150 a night, I think. But Hotel 31 may have gotten a cheaper discount, but we won't know until we go in to register.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, how do you make that work if bringing your husbands? Sure, Carly, that's a great answer, great question too. So if you're bringing a guest or bringing a husband, obviously the husband is not going to stay in a room with a bunch of cackling girls, right? So that would be up to you. Now we have some people, we've had couples before come and they choose not to stay at maybe the hotel we're staying at. They stay at another hotel. Maybe it's because of budget reasons, and maybe it's because of they're making it a family vacation or something like that. So it's totally up to you. Everybody's going to know what hotel we're going to try to reserve a room at. So for instance, for you, Carly, you would go ahead, if your husband's coming with you, to register at that hotel or a hotel within that close proximity if you can. You know, outside of the downtown Salt Lake City area, there are additional hotels, and they sometimes do run cheaper. So some people may prefer to do that, but obviously you're going to have to think about transportation for that, for that reason. So I'd go ahead and you would reserve a room, and then obviously the cost would be for you and him. So but we'll know more as time gets closer. And don't think about, y'all, like for us, since we're going to Salt Lake, it's not going to be like packed. It's not going to be sold out. So I'm really not worried. Of course, I want y'all to register the first day. But if you need a couple of weeks or even a month to think about it, you do have that in preparation to plan and budget and all those type of things. So. Yay, Kathy. Kathy went last year to Denver. I'm so excited. So yeah, don't sweat it yet. We'll know more details. We'll know more about the schedule as time gets closer. And I promise you it's worth it. It's worth every single penny. And I want you all to go, but I also want it to be budget friendly for everyone. And so that's why we try to swing the whole roommate thing and try to help people as much as possible. So I have not, yeah, it's totally, totally worth it. So. I get it, Christy. I totally get that. So just give it time. It doesn't have to happen right this very moment. So the more answers we can give them that maybe aren't on board yet, the better chances we have of getting that information and then giving it to them when we know all of it all at once. So other questions? Yes, Courtney said her husband has gone with her twice. One year they were able to get the same hotel. One year they stayed at a different hotel. And they were both, we definitely let people know where we're going to be meeting up. And so there's no issues with that. So thanks for sharing, Courtney. We're housing up around this trip. We're going to Florida to a wedding, plus trying to buy a house. That's a lot going on, Miss Carla. Other questions? No other questions? Good questions tonight, though. It's March 1st. Yay. Who's got parties booked this month, hopefully?
So, hey, Dana, this isn't a question, but I want to share something with you.
Please.
So, you know me, and you know how non-salesy I am.
Yes.
I couldn't even sell Girl Scout cookies. So
I'm not laughing at you.
No, it's okay. It's funny. But at my spring launch party, I did a booking game, which was so out of my comfort zone. And I figured nobody would play because they didn't want to take a risk of getting a party.
Yeah.
But I left that with 4 parties booked. And I am super excited.
You have to share with us.
Pardon me?
You have to share with us then.
So all I did, and honestly, I listened to, is it Melissa? I can't say her last name.
Yes.
Yes. So I watched a couple of her videos, and so I pretty much used that and tweaked it. I had some little flowers, cardboard flowers that I put in I don't know, one of the caddies. Mm-hmm. And people rolled dice and matched. If they got 4, they matched it with the cardboard flower that was a 4. And then there were items on the back. So there were like 5 of them were book a party. Some of them were free personalization. Some were free specials. And then there was 1 grand prize. So, and I told them up front all the options that were on the back, right? And gave them the option of playing. So 6 of the 10 people actually played. I gave them an option to just book a party before they even looked at their flower, and then they'd have whatever was on their flower, and then I would, I think some of the things you've done before of providing the plates and napkins and a snack, that kind of thing. So I had 2 ladies take me up on that, and so one of them didn't even have the book a party flower. She had a free personalization. So anyway, so I'm really excited.
That's awesome.
About that. It helped me get over my fear of doing that. My husband said, "See, you shouldn't be so chicken."
Go, Chris.
So yes, I know. So anyway, I'll keep doing it because I was, I had to book a party to keep this whole business going. So I'm really excited about that.
That's awesome. Well, I think too, like when you girls are doing booking games, it's really about we have to find one that we believe enough in ourselves that we can do it. And you have to be convinced that this can work. Like if you're very scared and you're very, what's the word? If you feel like, oh gosh, I don't even know that I really want to try this. It's more likely than not, probably not going to work because people can pretty much see, at least with me, they can see through myself. And so they can see like Dana doesn't believe this is even going to work, but I love that you tried it, Monica. And I love that it works because that's exciting.
And I am transparent sometimes to a fault, but I was very honest with them. Of course, it was my launch party. So it was my friends, people I knew. And I did tell them, this is uncomfortable for me. So I'm just telling you up front that I am stepping out of my comfort zone. And so I'm testing this on all of you. And so I really want your feedback, and believe me when I say you don't have to play. You are not going to hurt my feelings. So I was very honest with them.
That's good.
I mean, Dana, I add people to my customer page and tell them that they can leave anytime they want.
At least you're honest. Honest.
I just want, to connect with women. Yes, we need to sell and all of that. But anyway, it worked for me and I'm really excited.
I'm so excited for you. That is awesome. So, well, thank you for sharing. Gives you hope, Mary? Yes. Do it. Just try it. So, and I think honesty is the best policy anyways. Like, you know what? Especially it's better to try it. I love that Monica tried it with her friends and at her launch party because that's probably the best way to best place to try it anyways, because they're going to give you their honest feedback. They're your friends and they're your family. So go big or go home. That's right. I saw there was a question Tara asked. So if we register for a conference but end up not being able to go, Tara, I think that has to be under frequently asked questions on TOT. I'm not sure. And you need to read that because I'm not sure. It's $99 and I don't know that you can get it back. So that's something I'd have to check. So good question. I love that though. Yeah, I don't know either. I would probably wait till March 3rd and see because more answers will be provided. So I'm not sure, girls. I'm not. Y'all are asking me this now. I don't know. I'll try and look it up while I have you all on here. I don't think there's a, it'll probably tell you the day registration goes live. Okay, so you can register between March 3rd and June 1st. It's not on there yet. As conference gets closer, they'll tell us. When registration goes live, I'm sure it will tell us, girls. So we'll have to just keep looking. There is no refund. Is that what you know for sure, Kathy? Okay. So, all right, girls. Well, if there are no, yeah, Tara, wait for Q&A. So, okay, Kathy looked last year, and so there was no refund. So I didn't think there was, but they'll be putting, thanks guys, I will. I'm gonna take some Theraflu and I'm gonna go to bed soon. I am working from home tomorrow. I have no place to be. I'll get better. I appreciate you all getting on. I'm super excited. And I do have another announcement tomorrow. I'm gonna be announcing, I was gonna do it tonight, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow in some other fashion, you know me and my video fashion. We're gonna announce the first Sparkling Star All-Star. If you guys have been paying attention to Facebook, you know that I'm going to do a All-Star, Sparkling Star All-Star every month. So tomorrow that will be announced. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your evening, and I look forward to celebrating you again next week. Have a good night.
Thanks, Dana. Good night.
Thank you.